can go whenever you're ready, Sheila.
Later in life, I want to be a teacher. To get information on what it's like to become a teacher, and being a teacher, and the pros and cons of being a teacher, I interviewed my English teacher at Hills Beaver Creek, Miss Klumper. First, I will tell you the process of becoming a teacher. It is very simple, Miss Klumper says. She went through 5 years of college. To become a teacher, you only need 4, but Miss Klumper started off as a psychology major and changed her mind after the first year. To get the real idea of what it's like to be a teacher, it is best to just simply do it. When you are in a real classroom, you start to get the hang of how things work. No test or book can teach you how a real classroom works. Every class of students is different. As a teacher, you have to learn to adapt to each class. Second, I will tell you that while being a teacher, you deal with a lot of stuff. Miss Klumper teaches grades 9 through 12. To communicate with this age group, you have to be careful and think about what you're going to say, so it is not taken in the wrong context. Being prepared is one of the best ways to communicate, Miss Klumper says. Another way to be a good communicator is to listen to other people. You have to learn how to read the student's body language to see how each student is doing. It is your duty as a teacher to know how the kids in your class are doing. Being able to notice if a student is not doing well, you can make a huge impact by checking up on them. Being able to read people around you and to see how they are feeling and what is going on, this can help them out before it gets to a worse situation. Teaching has changed Miss Klumper's life in the way that teaching is not just her job anymore. It has become part of her life. Miss Klumper cares about each and every one of her students. She notices if a student is having a bad day or if they're not getting a concept that she's teaching in class. She will do everything in her power to help them understand and brighten their day. Finally, while being a teacher, you go through many ups and downs. Some days are great while others are not as great. Miss Klumper says the best part of her job is coming to work. She loves to come to work and teach. She's always prepared and ready to help out students who struggle. One of the craziest things Miss Klumper has encountered while being a teacher is that kids put her name into songs or sayings. The worst part about being a teacher is when kids do not listen or are disrespectful. She also wishes that she could do more. Throughout my interview with Miss Klumper, I learned a lot about the process of becoming a teacher, what the process of becoming a teacher is like, and the best way to know what teaching is like is not to read a book or take a test. It is to actually get in the classroom and teach. The second thing we talked about was what it's like to be a teacher day to day. The most important thing Miss Klumper says about being a teacher day to day is to be a good communicator. And finally, I told you what the pros and cons of being a teacher are from Miss Klumper's standpoint. I hope you learned about what it's like to be a good teacher. Thank you.